Hello friends, I hope all of you are doing great. Today I'll be doing part 2 of the video that I did before, the red flower bloom, and this is basically more of a tutorial video. And here I made the intentional mistakes in my pour, and I will walk through all the mistakes that I did in this pour intentionally and deliberately to check that after the pour, can I save the pour? And this is for sure that everybody of us go through this phase where we don't come up with a good pour. Some of our pours we cannot save them because maybe the composition is not right or the colors were not right, the colors consistencies or the ratios. But some of the pours we can save it, and it can be totally different outcome of what we might expect or what we might have envisioned. So today's video is basically that, and please leave me a comment. How did you like this saving of a pour, or did you like the original, my intended pour that I had envisioned? I hope you like the video, and throughout the video I'll walk through the steps. So let's get started. So the first mistake that I'm making is changing the consistency for my straight pours. Usually for the straight pours, for the thickest paint, I use 1 part paint to 4 parts Floetrol, but in this I'm using 1 part paint and 2 parts of Floetrol and thin them down with water. For the Artist Loft paint, they are mixed exactly the same way. The sequence in which I am adding the paints now, it is exactly the same. If I need a bloom or a flower bloom, I want the red color flower, so the red color paint goes in first because this is the paint that is going to come out last in my straight pour, and I will not use this red later on. I'll be just using the shades of blue and green in the end of my sequence, so that those are the colors that are spread around on the canvas, and my red paint stays in the center. And the second deliberate mistake that I'm making is I am putting the quantity of the paint way less as it is needed for my canvas. My canvas size is 10 by 10, and I need to have the paint approximately around 6 to 7 ounces or even more, like from anywhere from 6 to 8 ounces. But here I'm just taking 4 ounces, that's it. And this is the second deliberate mistake I'm making. So what will happen now is I have to overstretch my paint, and the composition is going to be lost. The composition that I need, it is going to be lost. But this is what I'm trying. Can I save that later on when I try this? All ready to put the paint on. And my third deliberate mistake that I'm going to do now, I am going to spread water, putting water on the canvas to increase the fluidity of the paint. And I'll just show you the difference after the pour, that how the water behaves. So I'm pouring now. So as you can see, only 4 ounces and I'm done. So, and if you can notice the outer layers and the inner layers, how because of the water the paint has started sort of crackling, or what I say, like a not so defined shape. And I will pause here for a second, and at that time you can compare of how my original pour, it had more defined, and over in here where I have put water on the canvas or sprinkled it with water on the canvas, how the shape is, it's not well defined. It has already started scattering, and a crackly look is there. And so since this is very less paint, and now I have to put my extender, so I am going to spread more paint around to avoid the mistake that I just did of using less paint. And with the extender, at least I will be able to move when I tilt the canvas. I'll be able to retain at least little bit of the composition, if not all of it. So the red that I put first in my cup has came out last, and the green and the blue shades are surrounding it. And after red, if you noticed, I added the yellow which is there in the pour, and it is giving the shape of the flower which I wanted. But because it is less paint, so I'm going to lose this, I know for sure. And let's see how it behaves. If you see, because of water, it has already started flowing a lot more than my original pour, where it wasn't moving much and then start tilting. So for now, 3 mistakes. The consistency for the thickest paint was more watery in this one, using less paint than required. And the third one was sprinkling a little bit of water over the canvas instead of the thick base paint or the white paint that we usually use. And I have to tilt way more. I don't want to miss anything on the video, but I am increasing the speed of the video here to twice the speed. I did move slowly, but this is twice the speed just to show you how the colors are moving and the paint is moving on the canvas. And if you can see, I am almost going to lose all my yellow and all my green surrounding that red bloom in the center from one side. On the other side there is a lot of green, but on this bottom side there is going to be all lost. And yes, I had to add more paint, so that at least I can increase the fluidity. So this is one thing that we need to keep in mind. Always have some extra paint mixed when you're doing the pour, because if something is not working right, at least you have the paint handy with you, and at the last minute you don't have to start mixing the paint and at the same time worrying about your paints getting dried and the composition getting lost. So you can see over here, while this is moving, all that red is spreading on one side and all the green is spreading on the other side of the canvas. And yes, this is how we learn. We make the mistakes, but these are the mistakes that I did made all these mistakes when I began with the acrylic pouring. But this I thought of just doing a video in case it can be helpful to any one of you. And as a beginner, when you start, sometimes we overlook these things and later realize them. So this is just like inspirational video for everybody and for all the beginners and for me as well. Every pour that I do teaches me something new and I learn from it. So after all this stretching and everything, it's still I can't stretch anymore and I have to add more paint over here. And if you see the composition, it is almost lost. On one side it is more red and on other side it is more of green, and the balance is definitely off. And after doing this, I will torch it a bit, let it sit for 2 minutes, and at this point I was thinking of how I can save this pour or how I can make it closer to what I had envisioned in my mind. And if you see that it's not looking good, so I started adding more colors, blowing with a straw to give it a shape of a flower a bit. So moving the paint with the straw and also adding more colors to it. Also, and sorry, my top camera got blocked with my moving around and everything, and it's just a side camera that I'm showing right now. With the controlled movement of the color and adding more color, I started giving it a shape, and at the same time thinking of how it can be made better. As you can see, on one side it's all, most of it's green, and on the other side it is all like reddish tones. And to break that, I started adding some more white color on the other side. So I'm giving it the shape of the anther or the filaments as they are in the flower, like in the center of the flower, the stamen, the stigma. And I know from the side view it's a little difficult to see, but if I see from the top view, it has exactly started resembling a flower. And I'm just using colors and few more colors, and blow it with the straw so that it merges with the background layer and don't feel like sitting on the top. And I went off camera a little bit, but I did add a black in the center to give it the center of the flower, to represent the center of the flower. And if I show you the top view, it has started looking so beautiful. I know my top view camera is not working, but I'll show you the picture right now. So I am really loving it. Here I'm showing you the close-up. And if this video has inspired you, or if it has been helpful to you to any little bit of an extent, then please do give me a comment, and I would really like to read it. It's my motivation. And please do consider subscribing to the channel if you like the contents of the channel. And do let me know which one you like, the original part 1 pour that I had intended, or this pour that I tried to save from the intentional mistakes that I made. And I hope to see you in more of the future videos. Bye, have a great day.